Hello. I want to make this perfectly clear. I am not insulting or belittling women in any way on this video. I do have a great deal of respect for women. I believe that men and women are different but equal. Some things that I am good at, maybe women aren't as good at, and vice versa. So when men and women work together, it's wonderful. Okay, I wanted to make that perfectly clear. I watch a lot of videos and I understand a lot of things and I study constantly. I think things in my head over and over and over again. Sometimes I think I drive myself nuts with all the overthinking I do on a subject. The one thing that was brought to my attention, and I've been thinking a lot about that, are the Wiccan mysteries. And so I thought, okay, well, let's do some research on them. And a lot of them seem to follow the life cycle of a woman. Because look at like your triple goddess concept. You have the maiden, the mother, the crone. The moon menstruation. You got all these things that in Wicca that evolve around the female sexuality. And I mean, you got your Dianic Wicca, but there seems to be so much, evolved around the feminine side, and yet there's so little for the male. And that kind of bothers me a little bit. And so a lot of these Wiccan mysteries, they say, are for the women, that us guys just won't understand it. And in continuing my growth in my path, it's been making me wonder too, why aren't there more male-oriented mysteries? Because for guys, it is a journey in life as well. Now, maybe we don't give birth, but that doesn't mean that our lives are not as important. I was thinking about the journey we take as guys. We're young, we're foolish, we have our hormones going, we're taking on the world, and that doesn't mean we're aggressive. We're exploring, we're learning, and we transition ourselves because with age comes wisdom. And so it's like we start off as this wild young stag, just charging through the world. And as we learn more, we stop and look around. We're more patient. We are protective of more and more of what's around us. And then as we get older, we hit, like a crone state, but I call it the hermit state. Because, our lives as men change as well. I mean, I would love to stay forever young. If I could stay 30 years old, I'd be a happy man, but no. Just like how women age, men age too. Our lives change. And so I believe that there should be mysteries that are for the pagan man and not just for pagan women. If you have some more insight on this, I would love to hear it. I was watching a video, Feminist Lowell, LOL, and she was talking about how feminism has went into New Age and neo-paganism. And what she says makes sense in many ways, that the New Age views have been so infused with feminism that we're taught that we are to honor the goddess, that the divine feminine is needed, that the only way that the divine masculine will be discovered is by embracing the divine feminine first. It just seems to be very lopsided. And as one of my friends on YouTube has said, Leo Loken, then, and I've read it in books also, Wicca is about honoring a lord and a lady, a male and female aspects. And it has become so heavily female oriented, and the males are just kind of knocked off on the side. I got into a big mess a few months ago. I watched a YouTube video where a lady was creating 2 female statues to be her patron gods, and she made the comment that she just doesn't do a lot with male gods and felt more comfortable with goddesses. Okay, and that's her path, and if that's what she wants, that's fine. Then about a month ago, I made a comment on another YouTube teenage priestess, and she was trying to give Wicca lessons, and she was telling people that they need to light a candle to the goddess, connect with your goddess. But like I said, Wicca is about male and female worship that is balanced out. And when I reminded her of that, it was like, oh, I forgot. No big deal. Yeah, I told them that it was eclectic. And it just seems to be a lot of messed up views on this. I know I'm ranting and getting off topic a little bit, but why aren't there more male-oriented mysteries? Because if it is important that we find the divine masculine, shouldn't there be some mysteries involved into it? It just seems to be, ignored. And I have a grief because I see a lot of videos talking about how embracing the divine feminine is wonderful. It is enlightenment, and you'll find a way to make the world a wonderful place when you divine the divine feminine. But if you embrace the divine masculine, that's what will destroy the world. Ugh. And that's why I decided to remove the gender issue from my path completely. I don't view elements and tools as masculine and feminine. I just take them for what they are. Because I think if you get so wound up on what's masculine and what's feminine, you're losing part of the battle, part of the journey. So anyway, why isn't there more masculine mysteries? Why are they not discussed? And why is it that God worship seems to be almost taboo when it comes to eclectic Wiccans? Those are the questions. Do we have any answers? Thank you. Take care. Peace.